There it is.
Back in action.
We're back.
Tabletop. What's up?
Hello there.
I mean, I got here early today.
You did?
You did too. I was like, oh, Michael's here. This must be a great day.
It is a great day.
I saw Brent over there. He won't wear a hat for me, but he looks good.
Well, welcome to Table Talk.
No camera on me. So.
No. Just the voice. Welcome to ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Table Talk. Ron, how you doing?
Good.
I got a question. What'd you do this weekend?
I went to Nelly.
Nelly.
Yeah, what a great time.
Nelly's one of the best artists of all time.
I mean, you know what's great about, when you become friends with people like that, and every year we all get older.
We do?
Yeah, and I think the most amazing thing about the whole concert, first they put Renee and people on stage, which is really, really cool.
That is cool.
And so they got to dance on stage, and I was on stage. I was hipping it up in the back too, but I was making sure security. But then, when we went back to the motorhome after the concert, and then you realize people get older, and Denny, Nelly has a kid now, KK, and him and Ashante. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I remember 10 years ago, we'd have everybody on the bus after, and we'd all, drink after or whatever. Now it's about life. Life changes throughout time, and I think that was more significant to see somebody grow like him.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it was my first time out, and that was fun, and the meet and greet was fun, and all that. But I'm part of. I feel like when I'm on a show, I'm a show too.
Yeah.
So
I think there's probably a good amount of people that came to see you, honestly.
Yeah. But Brent and Chrissy, I really wanted them to go too. It didn't work out, but I did get her a Nelly beanie. I have to tell you about the.
I never got the invite, by the way. That's weird.
But I tell you a funny story about
moving on.
They give you a gift bag, I didn't want to give it, just gift bag, right? So in the gift bag, there is a fan for your. You ever see the fan? If you want it, you put it around your neck.
Yeah. Yep.
I got that, and then they gave you a. Now, please don't accuse me of being it, but they gave you a XXX shirt and a XX shirt, and they gave you a beanie. But I'm like. Everybody on stage that got that gift pack, there's no way that they're going to fit XX. That's me like, hey, we need to get rid of it. I was appreciative, obviously. But so the guy came over to my house. This story gets better.
Okay.
Renee left, fixing my oven. The guy went from 600 pounds to 300 pounds. He did bypass surgery, and he lost 300 pounds. I said, hey, do you want a Nelly shirt? Right? He said, yeah, right?
Yeah.
And the other guy came, and I'm like, oh, he looks like that size too. I said, hey, do you want a Nelly shirt? And they were so happy. One guy was so happy, I gave him the little tour bag for him. And the guy left. They were really happy.
These are souvenirs,
I made
man.
somebody's day, and that's the thing about. But my biggest thing when I bring people to concerts like that, or I think other people too, I'm so fortunate when I go race with Denny, and they don't realize, the motor coach people, how appreciative I am of the people that you get to do that. You know what I mean? But I think making Renee happy and making my friend Jeremy and Tiffany happy gets me happier. To make them happy. So, I would have invited you. You'd be pretty good. Why don't you go up to the Steelers game? We got Mason on today. Why don't you come up for the Thursday night football game?
When is it?
It's November 16th.
Okay. Yeah.
You're invited.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah,
Mason might be playing. Yeah.
I'm going to try it. Shout out to Denny. You're my favorite guy, but maybe we can.
The Bengals need a quarterback
maybe we can
now.
borrow an airplane to go up.
The Bengals need a quarterback.
Oh, they do. Poor Charlie. I mean, that's his team. ACL surgery. Shout out to Charlie Tuesday. I feel bad about that. And now his favorite player of all time, Joe Burrow, gets hurt.
Yeah, out 3 months.
So I don't know if we should hang out. You think there's a karma thing going on there? Can you worry about that? With Charlie?
No.
No.
That's not.
But his starting quarterback got hurt. Now he got hurt.
That's not real.
Well, maybe not karma, but I'm worried about if a lot of people are going down around him. Things happen in threes.
I don't believe in that.
So tell me about Hoop Group a little bit, and
it's it's
you
a little
lost. Huh?
Yeah.
First game though.
That was our second loss. It was my first loss of the season because I didn't play in our first loss. But we're just figuring things out. We got time. The playoffs start soon, so we'll be ready.
What about Josh Neely? Now, you told me when it started that Josh can shoot any time he wants.
Mm-hmm.
when he was over 16? Is that true?
Yeah, it was something like that. But shoot or shoot, man.
So you think as a coach, if you're coaching Brent, what do you think? He let him go over 16. Isn't there a point you got to pull back the trigger or not, Brent? Be
Well,
my
we're not. I'm not going to sit there and say, "Hey, don't shoot when you're open, Josh. Do not shoot." Okay. You know what I mean? Like you got to, and you can't start.
0-16's bad though.
It wasn't great, but none of us were. Actually, none of us played well. I didn't even shoot a 2-pointer. I didn't play well either. So I mean, you lose as a team. We're not going to pinpoint one guy, and it's we could have all done things better, but. Then again, you're playing a team that wants to win too, and they played great. Sam played great. Chris Davis played great. We're playing good guys here, so it's not
Sam was my guy always. You had him every year. I think Sam was the most underrated because he does a little bit of everything. You don't want to. He doesn't score a lot. He can't hit a free throw.
You want to put that on silent. So,
but you can't. Yeah. But I agree. But you're a good coach. You get the best out of everyone.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's no blame to be put on one person. We all could have done things better, and Irrational did really well. They're a good team. I mean, they're undefeated for a reason.
Can I tell you a funny story?
I would love to hear a funny story.
Chrissy and Brett, so they go to the Toyota. The Toyota thing. It makes me laugh because I'm on this thread, and they're going, can you believe that Chrissy asked Denny how his hoop group season is going, right?
It's a good question. People want to know.
It's a good question.
People do want to know.
Now, Brent, what give us your side on this one?
Well, I mean, Denny's trying to promote Hoop Group. He's trying to grow it.
Yeah.
They got their Netflix series. So, Chrissy teed him up.
Yeah,
said,
that was smart. That was smart.
How's Hoop Group going? She could have said, hey, how's it being the only guy that's 0-5?
Yeah,
but,
she could have.
No.
She did.
I see. I didn't know that until you just told me he's 0-5.
Yeah. So, but, Denny was happy to talk about it. I mean, he's the one that brought up that, I was 0-3, got traded for the third time, but thinking it was going to a better team, and then, lost 2 more.
Yeah,
So he's 0-5, not going well.
He did go to a better team. He did, for sure. So there's no doubt about that.
I think you should have talked about golf guys. I think he's leading golf guys, but it's good. I like edginess, and I like, you got to, the guy wanted a trade to restart the season. And he got what he got. He's 0-5.
Yeah.
And you have him on your team now.
Yeah, he's on my team.
Now, how do you do this? He scored this week, though. He did good.
He did. He shot really well. Yeah. He was one of the few bright spots.
What do you think you need to work? How can we get the guy a win? When's your next game? Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
And who are you playing?
We play Big Boys.
What's their record?
I think they had the same record as us. They might be 3-2 like us. Yeah.
I was with Nate last night. I was proud of him. He only ate cheese and nachos, and he just ate the cheese and chicken. So I was pleasantly surprised.
Did he say if he's playing?
No, I gave. Did you see the speech I gave him?
No.
I'll send it to you. I inspired him. I literally inspired him. I said, hold on, let's see if I can pull this up.
So Hoop Group has entered the chat, and they did say that Denny is the only one that has not won a game.
Yeah.
But he's won in a lot of different things.
But the regular season is, it's one thing, but when the playoffs start, that's what matters, So as long as we're winning the playoffs, that's all that matters. We'll be figuring it out. There's some growing pains right now as a team, but we'll be all right. And I do want to say, speaking of winning, our last guest, Michael Van Wingerden, goes out after coming on Table Talk, wins the Peninsula Member Guest. So good job, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
I'm glad we helped him out.
What a great guest.
Yeah.
What a great guest. And the other thing, the only guy I know and you got me this week, is he picked Buffalo on our picks, and then he turned around and then he picked. No, I don't want to do that. San Diego, and he won that one, and then you went ahead and picked what?
Cincinnati to cover.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I got that one.
I hate that team. And then I picked Minnesota, thinking that Penix wouldn't do well on the road, and he did. But so I'm a loser. But
I'm we're going to start keeping track of this.
We're going to get based on a second. So why don't we pick our game?
So I'm 1-0 because we didn't do week 1. I forgot. I wasn't here for that. So I'm 1-0. You're 0-1. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the lines this weekend and tell me.
I thought we did.
Okay, so for our viewing audience,
Jets are 7. I'm taking Jets 7.
They're 6.5 underdogs.
It all depends where you're looking at. But
okay, so you're going to take the Jets to cover.
I think the Jets.
All right. So let's lock that in. That's Ron's lock of the week, brought to you by Red Rocks. That is over Tampa Bay. So you got the Jets covering it. Justin Fields might not be playing, by the way. So just a heads up. I'm liking.
Oh, he's not playing. That's a big deal. You
I'm
should.
gonna take Washington to cover 3.5 against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Is Fields not playing?
Oh wait, is Jane Daniels playing? Hold on, rethink.
Well, we both got to think.
Hold on. I don't know if
I'll
Phil's
just
had a
stick with it.
concussion.
I'm going to stick with it. Screw it.
All right, you stick with that. You know what? I'm going to take the Packers to cover 7.5 at Cleveland. That's my
Wow.
lock of the week.
Brent, we're going to try something we've never done. We're going to zoom in my buddy, my little pal, Mason Rudolph, friends of a friend of friends of friends of friends. Great guy. The last time you saw him by the pool, getting out of the pool in my house.
Yeah.
That's the day that Trump got shot.
Well,
right?
I don't know if that's the last time I saw him, but
right.
it was the day I was over at your house. The day Trump was the attempted assassination, and
Yeah.
he was over there.
Yeah.
And we watched that.
He got to meet Trump, which we'll talk to him about in a second. How do we do it? You got it, Brent? You know?
He's supposed to be calling in on the Zoom.
Yeah, he'll join in when he can.
Yep.
Well, wait. We'll just tell him I'm ready for him. Technology is those.
And it's not helping right now that the internet here at Red Rocks kind of just took a crap.
Yeah, I noticed our Zoom looks a little blurry.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why. Well, I'll talk to Matt. I'll get an extender back here.
No,
that.
it just is very inconsistent. So I don't know if it's a unplug, plug back in.
The only thing, yeah, I mean, but on mine, I'm full. Are you full on yours?
Yeah.
Well,
While we
bored,
wait.
yeah.
getting connection
fans.
and the actual upload speed is two different things.
Right.
So
But we can plug them back in if needed.
So what happened to the Steelers this weekend, by the way? Speaking of that.
I mean,
We can get Mason to shed some more light, but
Yeah,
from a
they-
fan's perspective, what did you
the
think?
kickoff return, that was big, and then the interception, that was 2 plays. But I think we're 5 down on defense. That definitely hurts us. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you lose Highsmith, you lose Elliott, you lose Porter, who's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Elliott's Pro Bowl guy. You lose Highsmith. You start losing defenders, a lot harder. But then that kickoff, did you see the kickoff?
Yeah.
Now, Kellen Johnson, so you know, he never returned kickoffs in college. So,
Well, what happened? I mean, like, did he not know that? Was he trying to pretend like he didn't touch the ball?
text him.
yeah.
Was he trying to pretend like he didn't touch the ball or something? Because that was a little bit fishy.
Yeah. Zoom in. I don't know what I don't think he knew what he was doing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have ran back after the ball, but I think he thought in college, I believe it used to be when the ball went in the end zone, I'm not sure you could tell me this, it was out of play. It was
It was dead ball. Like,
Dead ball.
But I think in the
Yeah.
NFL, it's alive. That ball's live.
But I think it used to be like in college, I think if it goes in there, you wave your hand in end zone, it's dead ball.
But he also touched it, so you should
Wow.
know. You should also know that when you
Right.
touch it, it's definitely a live ball.
But this is what I'm thinking he's thinking. I'm not saying he's right.
Yeah, he
I'm
touched it, but it's in the end zone,
I'm sure he
so
didn't
it's
have a
de-
good day with Tomlin the next day. I mean, I remember in high school, I don't know if you remember, but did you ever have to do hills with your basketball coach or football coach? Or,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like when I played checkers and I didn't make the right move, my checkers coach would say,
You
"Hey,
have to run hills?
You got to run hills."
Yeah.
No, but I remember, I'll never forget it. Mr. Beakey,
Who?
that's our coach in West Allegheny.
Okay.
And he would literally we would have to throw up. I mean, literally.
Like for football practice?
Basketball. You would do Geronimo's, we called them, but you would touch the line, go back, touch the middle line back.
Yeah.
You would say
Suicides is what we call it. Yeah.
We call it Geronimo's.
Hey, Michael.
Yep.
Gentlemen.
Oh, I see
Good
him.
evening. Good
I can't
afternoon.
hear him though,
Facing
Brent.
towards me.
You can't? I hear him.
I hear him. He can't hear you.
Hold on.
Hey, what's up, Mason?
Your thoughts on that?
Can you see me?
Yeah, we're good. What's up?
What's
Hold
up,
on, let's
guys?
see here.
Well, we're just
You know, it's probably
I'm
because
great.
we're trying to get Michael's headphones working, but besides that, we're good. What are you up to today, Mace?
Well, you both look beautiful. I was gonna say you both look beautiful. You look professional behind this nice backdrop, this cabinets, the liquor, the TV, your sunglasses.
You hear him, Ron?
Yeah, I hear him great.
Very nice.
What are you doing today?
I just got home from my workout. It's our off day, so I'm gonna have some lunch when I finish up with you two modern day Aristotles, and then get a massage and watch some film.
Yeah, what do you think about how was the game this weekend? I think we took a loss, but was there any good spots out of that game? That you anything that we could take positive out of a loss?
Yeah, there's always positives. I think I think I thought we moved the ball well. I think we ran the ball well. We ran it okay. DK Metcalf had his first touchdown, which was good, which was great. For him, for us. Jalen Warren did a lot of great things. Ran the ball well. Had a really nice scramble drill connection with Aaron that put us in the red zone. So yeah, a lot of good takeaways.
I was telling.
Hey, Mason, I can hear you now. So hello. Sorry I didn't say hello yet.
What's up, Mike?
Hey,
Hey,
tell him about the last time you saw him with Trump. I mean, you.
No, I was reminding Ron that one of the last times I saw you was we were talking about something earlier, and I was like, the day that they tried to assassinate Trump, Mason was over at your house, and you guys were out in the pool. I don't know if you remember that. And I came over to Ron's, and
Yeah.
Ron was watching TV, and I was like, "What just happened?" And Ron was like, "Yeah, they just tried to shoot Trump." I went out there and told you guys. I think you and Luke were out swimming in the pool, but that was like one of the last times I saw him. Yeah.
But ironically, Mason, you got to speak at the event at Butler, right? You were out there, right?
Not in Butler. Not in Butler. It was a late May, a steel mill. I wouldn't even call it a rally. It was more of an announcement that they were not going to sell off U.S. steel to a Chinese Japanese company. They were instead keeping the mill open, keeping a lot of jobs in Pittsburgh, and then the administration was announcing a big investment in that steel mill, along with a lot of other steel mills that are a part of U.S. Steel. So it was a fun experience.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. That was amazing. I've never met. I don't know. Is that the first president you ever met, Mace or Michael? Have you ever met the president?
No. Well, I did meet Trump, but before he was president.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never met a president. I think that's.
You were going to be
Really?
president, right?
Well, I wanted to be John F. Kennedy back in the day, but that didn't work out. But
Yeah.
I could have been
Yeah.
for sure. What about what's going
Michael,
on?
set the landscape for me here. How many episodes is this for Table Talk?
I think we're okay. So I think we're on 40.
What number is this?
48.
48, and we got Brent here, who's our producer
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. I think we're on
wow.
48. We do it we at least try
Yeah.
to do it every week, every Tuesday. Sometimes we have to push it, but yeah, I think we're on number 48 now. And we've had Luke on. Luke's been on.
Very good.
Yeah, we've had some good guests
Yeah, I
on here.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how we were talking.
How about
Go ahead, Mason.
go ahead?
You got it.
No, you go.
I was going to say it's been about a year now. When was
Yeah,
it?
I think we're coming-
the inaugural episode. Was it, a year ago?
I do think we're coming up on a year.
Yeah,
it
I
was
think-
like sometime in September, late September maybe. I think, yeah. And it was
didn't
funny.
Charlie
We used to sit at Ron's table to do it,
Yeah.
like how it got the name Table Talk, and then we would have like this little like digital camera that we did it with, and then Brent came along and helped us take it to the next level.
Yeah,
you,
but
you see how official we are, Mason. Look
Very
at this
nice. So where's
background.
the studio?
It's in Ron's the back of the restaurant here.
it's
In
funny.
that back room, the back room, like the private room, we just set up back here.
I've never been there.
Okay, well, yeah.
We've never had
Okay,
a quarterback. We've had so this is kind of exciting and having your friend. I think the best thing about the podcast for the 50 episodes is stuff I learned about people, whether it was the county commissioner or whether it was Luke May or whether even, the people that we've had on, I learned a lot. It's kind of fascinating. Last week we had Michael Van Wingerden, who owns Metroline and sells all the plants to Lowe's and Walmart, and then we touched him, and he won the member guest this weekend. So I feel like we were a part of that.
Yep.
I guess we'll get a win this weekend since we're talking to you.
We did it.
Yeah,
We did it.
did it.
Yeah, that's right. We need to make Michael some hats that said we did it. Ron has that effect on people, So I mean, that's good. I mean, Steelers might win the Super Bowl now.
What do you think? Charlie had ACL. I didn't. We talked about it yesterday. He's going to surgery tomorrow. It's kind of sad, but I mean, then his buddy Burrow got hurt too as well. So, is there any way you can connect them to go rehab together? Burrow and Charlie.
That's a good point. I think Charlie would love that. I don't know if Joe would love that. But,
Charlie might wear
yeah,
the Burrow
I think,
shirt every day. So
can someone explain what turf toe is? Mason, have you ever had?
I was sad to hear.
Have you ever had turf toe? Like,
I was.
what is it?
I have not, but I've got. It's just when you jam or you kind of. I don't know. You jam your toe in the turf in a certain way, it gets contorted. I think in his case, he tore a small tendon that's going to have to be surgically repaired. So,
okay.
Well, believe it or not, I have.
So yeah, it's a little bit more of a situation.
I have the turf toe on my left toe, and you'll see it bend right. When I played basketball with Denny and them one time, and I wore the wrong shoes, and I could have got surgery, and I didn't. But if I would,
you had it before?
I'll show you my toe. You ever see my toe?
No, I don't want to see it.
No,
I do not want to see that at all.
But the pain was there. But the guy said I can do surgery, but you'll be out for like 3 months. So I said no, I didn't do it. So
it just healed on its own.
It's healed, but it's still crooked a little bit. So
Takes a left.
Yeah.
So what about
it's like Danny driving?
You have any girlfriends? You have any girlfriends up there now, Mason? The fans want to know that for sure.
Was that the number one fan question? I somehow I don't know if that's true.
Well, we want.
Yeah, it sounds like a Ron question.
yeah.
Sounds like a Ron question.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend for a while through last season, but I'm not seriously dating anyone right now, Ron. Just so you know.
Why?
So keep your eye out. Keep your eye out for me.
Do you think that? You think
too.
the mustache?
He always has his eye
What do you
out.
think of
Trust
the
me.
mustache? I mean, what do you think it has it?
I like the mustache. Mustaches are making a comeback, man.
You think?
Yeah, I know.
Is it hard to keep it up? Mace, your mustache, you got to have.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
How do you groom your mustache every day, or is it a work in progress, or what? How do you do that? You just let it grow.
I think it's weekly right now. I think it's like a Friday or Saturday deal where I just kind of, when I'm at practice again, I can start to feel, it's getting a little too long, getting too close to my lips, my mouth. Then I say, okay, it's time to trim.
Need some pregame prep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, what about what else you doing in Pittsburgh? You ever,
Yes.
on
Absolutely.
your off life in Pittsburgh, what's it like? Is there any place? I know you watch a lot of film and church and all that, but what besides that? Is there any restaurants you like out there or go to? I know you got your new house.
Can't go to church right now, Ron, because we play on Sundays. So
Yeah, good point.
So we've got a great chaplain. We've got a great chaplain on our team that does a Bible study and a chapel the night before the game. What else do I do? I just had my brother in town, as well as a couple of friends from DC, and so they went to the game. We went to dinner, got to catch up a good bit, and So during the season, you get the off day, but for quarterbacks, you're doing a lot of film review, and then just trying to get a feel for the opponent and what they do, their coverages, who's their defensive coordinator, who are their key playmakers, and then some dialogue with the offensive coordinator about his preliminary thoughts on ways to attack them and concepts, pass plays, new run plays. So it's kind of how the early portion of the week goes.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you that. How quickly do you jump into it? So like Monday's an off day, I would assume, right? Is that what you said? And then you're going right into the opponent. Like quarterbacks, are y'all there on Monday starting to dive into it?
Monday is usually win or lose. It's a lift and then a film review as a team. So it's about an 11 to 4 p.m. kind of day, so you get a little bit of a sleep. You can sleep in a bit, and then Tuesday is the true off day. So
Okay.
that's why. But yeah, like last night, I'll be having dinner, watching the Monday night game, and then I'll start watching. We're playing the Patriots this week, right? So it's going to be a young, Mr. Drake May and the Vrabel, the Michael Vrabel led Patriots are going to get a visit from the Steelers. So anyway, so I started watching their tape against Miami and then in Las Vegas last night, and then I may watch a couple more games from. But it's tough because when you get a new staff, you got a new defensive coordinator, you don't want to watch last year's tape as much because their scheme has changed.
Yep.
So it's kind of a waste of time. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on? What do you do?
How about
you
you guys? What's it like?
I was going to ask. Do you like the Monday night games or the Thursday night games? Like, does it throw the schedule off big time? And
the Thursday night game is definitely it makes you feel like you're just cramming for a test, for an exam that you haven't studied for, because you play Sunday, and then I think they usually give us Monday off, and then Tuesday you'll come in and do sort of a quasi half speed to a walkthrough style practice because they know your bodies are still beat up, and it's a big mental day, and then you're practicing Wednesday. Wednesday's really you'll have a short morning full speed practice, knowing that, hey, at least you've got the whole following day to recover, lay up in the hotel, take a nap. So yeah.
What about what about?
But
Drake?
then it's always nice. It's always nice when you get through that Thursday night game, and you got the weekend off, so you can.
Yeah.
And I remember a couple of years ago, I went back to Oklahoma State, got to watch my college team play, or you get to go do a quick vacation or just rest.
It's like a mini bye.
And just rest over the weekend. So yeah.
We don't like. Well, he's good
Exactly.
friends with Drake and the May family. But you talk to Drake at all up there, or just on the field to say hi? Will you talk to Drake before you go up?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll text him or check in with him. I thought he played well last week from afar, going down to Miami and getting the win. Yeah, I know. He's very busy. We'll absolutely talk. On the field pregame and postgame, and I think Luke may be up there as well because I don't know that Luke has left yet for his basketball season in Spain. So they may get to see Luke on the sidelines too. We'll find out.
Well, I think you were going to ask us about our week, like how our week goes. So Ron, do you want to? You sleep until 11
I was
too?
because I care. I care about
Ron,
my friends from Charlotte.
Yeah, there we go.
My first thing
Ron likes to sleep until 11 on Mondays too.
I sleep till 10. To be honest with you, that's very nice of you to say 11.
10?
I wish I did. Well, I it's just the way my life is. But I get up and then Todd comes over. He came over. Sometimes he's later. He comes over 11:15. We worked out today. We did wall planks and we did weights and we did some new stuff today, some sit-ups. So working on that, and then I get ready. I'm so excited when I walk in.
Did you do any Ron? Did you do any calf raises?
Well, I have the best calves in the country, but
of course he did.
I know. So you really don't even need to work.
Yeah.
No, I mean
they're maxed out at this point.
One thing about me, if you look at me from behind, I'm a 10.
Maxed out.
I mean, hey, I didn't tell you. I don't know if you saw. I went to Nelly though. I traveled around that thing. That was pretty fun. That was a good little time this weekend. I wish you were here for that. Have you been to any concerts out there recently?
Agreed.
Or not? Any concerts you go to there?
I went to I had a bunch of friends in Houston from up there. A bunch of my Oklahoma State college friends. They all live in Houston now, and we did a Morgan Wallen concert.
Nice.
This summer, and that's really the only thing that's George Strait came to Pittsburgh over in May, and I took my parents, and it was a great time. So yeah, how's either of you guys been out on the lake lately? Enjoyed the Cocktail Cove?
No. I went on the lake maybe like twice this summer. I didn't do a lot of lake.
I don't know if you know, but my friends now they fish every day for bass. So Charlie and Denny and Alex and all them were last night. We're out there. I don't know if you've seen their Instagram. They're all fishing So no, I haven't been out. I haven't been out, but I want to go out. Next time you're in town, I'll go out.
Yeah.
Well, you could go out on the boat and sit and watch them fish, couldn't you, Ron?
No, yeah, I'm going to go out one time. Fishing's never been my. I don't know. I don't know. I just never really enjoyed fishing because I got kind of ADHD a little bit. I mean,
You get bored?
You got to sit there and you throw the line out and you're waiting, and then I don't really like being dirty. I'd have to get Renee to come out to take the fish off the hook. 'Cause I really don't want to do that shit either. 'Cause, I don't like that. I don't like the whole process. I mean, I need assistance to help me out. But I would go. The camaraderie.
He needs someone to help him fish. You mean someone's just going to be out there fishing for you, basically?
I'll fish. I'll throw it out. I know they'll like my rod.
So, Ron,
worms. Yeah.
Ron, let's say it's like 1775, a year before the American Revolution starts. Let's say Ron Herbert was born in 1750. You're 25 at this point.
Do
Do you have confidence that you could have lived off the land back then?
What's funny? I would
it
say
sounds
that,
like you don't know how to take a fish off.
Now, I'll be honest with you. When I was a kid, I drove motorcycles. We lived next to a farm, and my friend owned a farm, so I could probably do little stuff, but I don't, only thing I think about right now, and I don't know why, because it happened so long ago, and I don't know if you had to do this, but I was thinking about dissecting a frog in science class. But, could you imagine, do you think you could kill something, right? You or him? Do you think you can go out and shoot a deer and then take a knife and get everything out of it?
I mean, if I had to survive that way, yeah.
You do.
I feel like you're more of a gatherer, not a hunter.
No, I would be the. No, I would delegate somewhere. I would talk to maybe the one deer I'd have to try to be friends with to get the other deer to help me out. Or I don't know what I would do. I would try to find a cow.
Just lay down and play dead.
No, if you talked about this, have you ever milked a cow?
You would speak deer.
Yeah.
And convince one of them. You'd say, "Listen, I've got a lot of Steelers jerseys up in my office.
That's right. Who wants one?
You get me your friends, I'll give you the Steelers jersey."
Walk through this valley at 4:00, and I'll give you a Steelers jersey.
No, but I had to milk a cow when I was a kid. There's certain activities I could do, and I could. Back in the day, I could definitely run. I'm not saying fishing. Have you ever gone fishing, both of y'all? Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone fishing. I don't fish a lot.
I
Camaraderie.
just went fishing.
You did?
Yeah. I just went fishing for mahi off the coast of Miami. It was, I don't like going too far off. I like a nice half day, 4 or 5 hour situation because the whole day is a little too much for me.
I don't like to be too far out in the ocean. I agree.
But camaraderie is the thing. I don't mind. I would have no problem going with you, Mike, going out there and we talk about stuff. And I like that part of the fishing. But you throw it out there and it's so quick when you throw it out and then you got to roll it back in.
See, I'm more like if I'm going to have camaraderie, I'm going to do it with golfing. I don't really I like doing something like that more so than
or
fishing.
A pool party.
Pool party. Okay.
Back in the day. So Mason, we
that's Ron's favorite form of camaraderie.
That's it.
Well, we got
no guys allowed.
We got new furniture this year, so I'm ready for anybody to stop over by the pool. But what about do you do anything like?
What were you gonna say, Michael?
I said no guys allowed at his camaraderie pool parties.
What about Charlie?
Oh, yeah.
Charlie asked me a question, and Travis about Jack Sawyer and those Ohio State guys, Will Howard. What do you think about those guys? Good guys?
Great guys. Yeah, no, I've obviously been in the room with Will for going on, I don't know, 3-4 months now, which has been great. He's a great dude, raised right, good family. Got to meet his parents at training camp. Likes country music, Ron. He likes to. He'll throw in a Zen every once in a while. He's for the boys.
There we go.
Okay, he's an upbeat, energetic guy. He's a good player. So and then Jack just had a sack this past week. So
I saw that
a couple of days ago. So that was awesome. He's sort of, I'm sure it's hard when you go from winning a national championship, and now Jack is, he's having to wait his turn to play. He's been getting mixed in a good bit and getting some reps because Alex Highsmith, another Charlotte native, has been banged up with an injury.
Mm-hmm.
But but Jack got some reps and did a lot with him, got a sack, and then he's been playing on special teams, and he's been doing a great job. So they both got to go home to Columbus for their that game against Texas a couple weeks ago, and they got recognized as national champions, and so that I'm sure that was they said as much. It was a blast.
I got a question. Speaking of Zen, does anybody play with Zen in? Like, do they go out on the field with Zen in their mouth?
I don't know.
What is Zen?
I
don't even know what it is.
I don't.
It's like a
not that
nicotine pouch.
the smelling salts. I'm sure you guys.
Yeah,
are
they
aware
got
of that.
banned, right?
They got banned, but guys have been sneaking them out.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to name any names, but
Yeah.
allegedly, guys
Allegedly.
are still using them because it's silly. It's like it gets you, shocks the system, gets you
Yeah, I feel like
locks in the focus.
that's a little
wakes you-
ridiculous there,
wakes you
man.
up.
Yeah. We should, you know what, Ron? I think for our next podcast episode, we should do a smelling salt.
I would do. Something like I'm not doing the hot chip, but I'll do that. What's it?
Can you
I don't know what
buy?
it
Can you
does.
just buy those, or do you have to be
I
like
don't even know what you do. What's it do to you?
the smelling salt?
Yeah,
You just, Mason may know. I don't know. You smell it and it just,
wakes you up.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of, okay, so we talked about Ohio State, but I was just noticing last week what happened to Oregon. I mean, Oklahoma State. Or they just played. Is Oregon just that good? Why did they lose by 50?
Oregon's, yeah, it was a tough outing for the Cowboys. I think Oregon's definitely a great team and a top 5 team. And Oklahoma State had a young quarterback who was on the road in his first start. So I'm sure they'll bounce back this week. And they had an off week last week, had a bye, and so Gundy's always great about rallying the troops and motivating the guys to come back after you not so great of a performance. So
What do you think the NAL
Anyways,
has
but,
affected Oklahoma State? I mean, you would have probably made best quarterback in Oklahoma State history, Mason Rudolph. How much would you get for NAL? How much? What do you think has it changed? Do you think it could have changed the sport in a way?
I think it's already changed the sport. I mean, I think there's no salary cap, right? So you've got teams that have got larger donor pools that are, I think it was reported that Oregon's pool of money, their salary cap, whatever you want to call it, was $40 million total.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got schools like Oklahoma State or other that are, other smaller Division I Power 5 conferences that maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 million. So I think that I'm all for players getting paid, but I feel like it should be capped, or there should be some sort of a salary cap, because if not, it's just going to turn into Major League Baseball, where you got the Yankees and the Dodgers, and that can afford to pay these players more that definitely have an advantage.
Well, I think one thing I saw is Carson Beck, who obviously with Miami, he's getting $4 million and he's playing good. And then you have the guy from UCLA that transferred from
Tennessee.
but it's making 1.5. Not so. Do you think the players?
He's making 1.5.
Well, he's making 1.5. He left.
He left Tennessee because he wanted more.
Right, and they said no, we're not doing it.
Okay.
And they gave him 1.5. So, do you think it affects the locker room too, Mace? Do you think or not? Or do you think it matters?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm sure when when you've got a hierarchy of, you've already got. I mean, there's a hierarchy in everything, right? In every industry, but when you've got guys that are walk-ons that are paying for their tuition, and you've got starters who have a scholarship, and then they're also making $1 million. But I think as long as those starters and those guys that are making more will do something nice for the whole team, whether that be a pair of headphones or a gift card or a nice suit to wear on the road when they travel, something like that. I think I'm sure the younger guys appreciate it. I know our guys appreciate it at the end of the year when either the quarterback or some of the highest earning guys will we'll kind of give a Christmas gift to some of the guys that don't make as much, and they appreciate it.
Well, that goes to
Quite
that.
a
What's
lot.
what's the best gift you ever received from a player or any? Did you ever get a gift or?
Man, I got a. What's the best gift? I mean, I really what it was, okay. Oh, last year we did a white elephant in the quarterback room in Tennessee, and I got that Breville coffee maker, that barista.
Oh,
there
Renee
you go.
makes
You know,
those things all the time.
and they're awesome. Yeah, you bought one, and so I ended up giving it to my parents, which I'm kind of regretting now because it's.
Well, we do give a
I-
gift for being on the show today, so maybe we'll send one up to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. Send one up.
How's your Mason? How's your basketball
well-
game going?
Basketball game is pretty non-existent right now.
All right, that's good.
I think the last time I played competitively was up there at Denny's in like February or January, February, and my stamina's not great
Yeah,
with the cardio.
yeah, it's a lot of running.
which is probably not shocking. Yeah, so usually my first game's usually my best game, and then my second and third I start to really tail off.
Yeah,
and,
don't we all? I
start
know.
to miss some shots, lose my concentration.
Yeah, I know. I'm right there with you.
You know, it's crazy when you brought the Gibbs kids and the Mays and how athletic all your friends are. I mean, it's amazing. Even Drake. I mean, Drake could probably played college basketball. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Gibbs are,
Yeah.
you got those guys flying around, and it was
Yeah,
really
it's a great
exciting to
group.
watch when you guys do that. I remember when I was, before I
I agree.
hurt my legs, and my best Mason story probably was I beat him in tennis one time up at the Greenbrier. So he's not realizing, but I won.
did.
I did, right?
Was that okay? So we don't have to fact check that.
You had a good partner. You had a.
Oh, he didn't
had a
mention it
good
was
partner,
doubles.
though,
He
so
did not
in
mention it was
my
doubles.
defense-
Well, you had a pro partner too, but that was a highlight when the problem is.
Did I? Did I have?
Yes, the other girl was
I
a
don't know if I
pro.
did.
Yes, she was on the pro. They wouldn't allow anybody. It was
Oh,
under COVID. You
okay.
had now she wasn't as good as my pro, but still, I mean, you
Yeah.
had a little 5'8" Ron against a pro and a professional athlete in Mason Rudolph, a talent of all fields, and you got me, who's just a podcast superstar and a restaurateur,
Former child actor.
and I
Yeah.
got her back there going, how did I get this guy to play on the team? And I'll never forget when she signed that racket. I still have that racket, so we had a good time. That was a good time up at the Green. I got the racket, dude. I mean, I got the racket to prove it. But I'm glad we finally fact checked
Yeah.
something that actually was truthful.
Yeah,
about.
me too. For once.
And then
That was Ron. That was one of my darkest days of being a competitor. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
I can imagine.
losing to you. Even though in my defense, your calves really gave you the,
Yep.
the stabilization and the lateral movement.
That's what it came down to.
I was outmatched from a calf muscle standpoint.
We all are.
But if I could give you all motivation in life, okay, because I do that
Ron.
sometimes. I'm going to
Ron,
give you.
how about Michael? How's Michael been playing on the basketball court?
Well, yeah, tell
he
him
been-
about this week.
Okay.
Playing well?
Well, yeah. We started out pretty well. We started out 3-0, and now we made a trade, and Denny's on the Outlaws now. And since then, we're 0-2. But it's it's a team effort, right? So I mean, we just got to fix it.
Well, I want to ask a question, Mason. If you were a coach and a guy went 0 for 16 from 3, would you eventually stop him a little bit or not? Let's let him shoot. What do you think, Mace? The game, he was 0 for 16.
I think I let him shoot during practice. Let him shoot during practice.
Now,
If
what's
there
your
was some-
philosophy?
Yeah, that's right.
What was your
If
philosophy?
he showed,
Well, I mean, I'm not going to destroy his confidence. If he's open, you got to shoot. So shooters shoot. Maybe he was in a slump. He'll shoot his way out of it.
Maybe he got in a fight with his girlfriend or wife before he got there.
No,
Something like
he's
that.
fine. No.
No, you're good?
No, he's good. It was just we played a good team. Mason, you know this in the NFL. It's like these guys get paid too. Basically, you're playing against another team that's coming out there trying to stop you, and we just ran up against a good team. So
Well, they had a redraft in that
Yeah.
league, Mason. I don't know if you heard that. Denny didn't like the draft, but they redrafted. So Like maybe just imagine your executives in the NFL go, okay, third round, you know what? We don't like it. We're going to redo the draft, right? So he redid the draft, and so he was 0 for 3 on the new team, and then he got traded to Michael.
Yeah.
Now he's 0 for 2. So they're 0 for 5, but I think this is the week.
We're 3 into our team.
This is the week. You're going to beat Charlie's team this week. This is the week.
I feel it.
I feel it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Charlie's out with a big time injury, so I hope that you can beat his team.
Yeah.
He is usually the leader. So it'll be good. Well, I tell you what,
We know.
What are y'all's thoughts right now on the world?
Oh,
The world.
I think it's
the global picture of unrest.
It is.
We got a couple wars going on. What's your take, Ron, on how to?
Good question.
Well,
how to bring back
Ron, how do we fix the world?
I just say that our world has been a divide for a lot of years. When John F. Kennedy got shot in 1960s, you had Martin Luther King, you had Bobby Kennedy, which now we have the Kirk, and we've had some stuff go on. But I think it's part of the world. But
It shouldn't be.
I try to stay away from the political side. I just look at NVIDIA stock. When I bought it at 80, now it's 170. And, I'm hoping that Trump and the world leaders can figure out how to play along with each other so that we don't have a big war.
Well, I'll say I think that what
I
happened last week was absolutely devastating. It should never happen. It should never be accepted. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen, for sure. And I hope that's a wake-up call to a lot of people to really get their act together.
I think we politicize a little bit, and I'm obviously, you got to look at, when those 3 people back in the day got shot as well, they lost a family member, whether it was John F. Kennedy or Bobby Kennedy or Martin Luther King or Kirk or even Trump almost. The people are killing somebody's dad, their grandfather, their the 3-year-old. That's what upsets me the most about anything that's going on like that. But I don't know how. I think with Instagram now and everything else we're doing, social media
people
are getting brainwashed.
A lot of people. Mental health.
But I'm hoping that.
Drain.
Yeah.
I think what they could do if I was them is go and go stay with Mason Rudolph a day and learn how to live life in a good way, or be a Steeler fan.
Yeah.
Because Steeler fans, we know we were black and gold, man. We don't like that stuff. So, but how is the question I forgot? I almost got it. Because I always want one shirt from you. And by the way, Renee bought an extra small. She's wearing TJ Watt to get signed. But I'm torn now whether I want to get Aaron Rodgers. I have yours or Watt. Who do you think there? Who should I get signed shirt from when I come up there for the game?
Well, first of all, if you ask nicely to me, I consider asking those 2 teammates.
Yeah, why not have both?
I don't think you're going to get it done on your own merit. I don't think you're going to get access to those guys on your own merit.
Yeah,
but,
no doubts.
But I think they're both great guys. They're both. I mean, I was just working out with Trent Jordan Watt this morning, and one of the hardest working guys I've ever been around. The way he takes care of his body. And then Aaron's been awesome to me in the quarterback room. Just incredibly smart guy, understands the game, and is open to passing on his knowledge to not only myself but all the other younger quarterbacks in the room. But so I bet you listen. I don't want to.
No promises.
If you make this happen,
promise and under deliver.
If you deliver, I'm going to have Renee.
I don't want to over promise and under deliver.
We're going to get you the
Sure
Burrell.
we can get you.
We're going to get you the barista for Christmas.
Hey, have you worked out with DK Metcalf yet?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
DK called me a little bit. I gave him some advice.
I would never want to work out with him. That'd be intimidating.
What's he lifting or they lift that much? Like DK, what's he lifting? His arms are huge.
When I, because I've seen a lot of, really unbelievable athletes, guys that have, that look the part over the years, great physiques, and some of them really are. They're truly naturally God-given talented. They don't lift very hard. They don't run. They don't really take care of their bodies. They're just naturally freaks. But DK really does work out hard. He's one of the guys that's in the building earliest. He's lifting weights. He's staying extra, stretching, massage, and he's catching extra balls after practice. So he's a professional and a class act of a guy.
Well, I know who, and I don't know, Michael. You never met his brother Logan, but I think Logan had more chisels in his stomach I've ever seen my whole life. So he worked out pretty hard too, I would say. I mean, that guy was always fit. Wouldn't you say that about your brother? I mean, he really worked on that for a long time.
Yeah, he is. Listen, I've got a built-in rib protector here. I got a little extra fat than I probably should have in the midsection, but Logan was always, still is. I mean, he's in great shape, and he played at defensive end at Clemson, so he's a little bit more of an athlete, moved better, faster certainly than I.
Well,
So, yeah.
I hope I can tell a story, but I remember one time we asked Logan to run from Jack's to my house. I think it was like 10 minutes, something stupid, and he did it. And I was like, holy shit, the guy. Yeah. We said, he needed his workout. We said, will you run to Jack's to my house? And he did it. And it was like, oh my gosh, this guy's
a bet. It was like $500, maybe.
Yeah. It was a freak athlete. What about, one thing that Michael doesn't know, and I want to tell you a little fact about Mason and I, but how do we meet? How do you think we met there, Mason?
Yeah.
Terrell
Edmonds. Are you asking Michael this?
No, you. I'm asking.
I don't know.
Mason.
I'm not sure.
But Terrell Edmonds, how did that conversation go? And you said you needed to meet Ron.
Yeah, so I remember being at dinner with Terrell and Trey in 2019. No, it might have been. Yeah, it was 2019. And they're both Charlotte guys, and we were talking about Charlotte because we're both from there. And they mentioned this restaurant guy that owns Red Rocks, and is they ended up renting your house for NBA All-Star Weekend, I believe, back in.
They didn't rent it, by the way. No rent was paid. But keep going.
Oh, sorry.
They stayed at my house.
Even nicer of you. So yeah. So they mentioned you and said, hey, we should all get together and go to Red Rocks, when you're home, when you're visiting your parents. And so they were out of town, but they ended up putting us on a group chain, and I came in, had a meal, got to meet you and some other people there, and then
I think Jay White was there.
I think there was a basketball. Yeah, I might have met Greg, but I think the next time we hung out, it was a basketball tournament at Denny's, and I got to meet Charlie and Nate, and Denny, and then so a lot of good friends that I get to see whenever I'm home. And Ron, you're at the top of the list.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Terrell, it is funny what you said. So my friend Joe
and Michael's there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I love seeing Michael.
Yeah, there we go.
I got to tell you,
I love seeing you too,
Michael
Mason.
on the court.
That's right.
I got to tell you a funny story about that. When Joe, was friends with Terrell, introduced me to Trey and them, he said, hey, it was the All-Star Weekend. Why don't you let these guys stay at your house? And so I said, sure, they could stay at my house, And I think they thought they were renting it for a minute, because when they came in, they go, are you staying here? And I'm like, yeah, I was staying here. So I had Terrell, Trey, and there was a bunch of people. They all stayed upstairs. I had a great time. He was such a great dude. But I just remember him walking in. He thought he had my room in my house. No, I'm here. And I have a cloud couch. I said, just nobody's allowed on the cloud couch. and Terrell, one day, his girlfriend, who's a singer, whatever she does, really, really nice. And he goes, nobody's allowed to be on the couch. But
what's the point of the couch?
He was so good, man. I ended up hanging out with what's our defensive lineman's name? Hayward. We went downtown. Where did you go down? Did you go down there with us at Fahrenheit? I met Hayward or some of the guys down there. But thank you.
Cam Hayward.
Cam was there at Fahrenheit. He was down. It was NBA All-Star. He didn't want to stay in with us, but he was down there, and there were some other guys on the team there. I kind of look out of place, when you're the 5'8" guy and everybody else is 6 foot.
But they were all admiring your calves that night. Remember?
Yeah.
They were like, "Wow, look at these guys' calves."
But they did.
That's exactly right.
But he did. That's how then, the Mason story.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have. We need to get. What's Terrell doing now? Do you even know, Mace? He played for the Steelers back in the day.
Terrell was with the Raiders.
Yeah.
He was with the Raiders through training camp, and I don't. I believe he's still there. I'm not totally sure. So you have to check in on him.
Yeah, what a great guy. I need to call
guys,
him.
I got to go run
man.
and have some lunch and start watching my.
Well, Mason,
my
thanks
tape.
for joining us. We know you got
Thank
more
you for
important
having me.
things to
It
do,
was a
man.
blast.
Yep. Well, appreciate you joining. Ron.
Prayers to you. I just think, it's
Yeah.
a big day in my life to have a Pittsburgh Steeler, black and gold. Oh, here we go.
You made Ron's year.
Steelers. Here we go.
Decade.
Here
Life.
we go, Steelers. Here we go. I'll be there. I just told Michael we can come now. I'm coming for the Thursday night football game against the Bengals. So, Michael, you always say, you never got to ask. You got to ask. So,
Yeah.
I'm planning on coming up for there for sure. So,
Would love to see you guys. Love
Okay.
to see you guys.
All right,
for a
Mason.
game.
Appreciate it, man.
have a
Thanks
great day.
again.
Thanks.
Good luck this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, guys.
See you, man.
All right.
See ya.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you. Take care.
That was cool. Don't close out, Ron. We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's, anytime you can have your friend like he is for
He's a
long
great guy,
time,
man. He
and,
really is.
I really appreciate a lot of good friends that we've had on here because obviously it's a different time for me without, playing golf and pickleball and some of the other things I can't do right now. But this show and people like that make my day. You know what I mean? Because the stories that we share and I think it's good. And I think you did a great job moderating some of the questions that I wouldn't think about. I did really. I was thinking the other day. I'm literally thinking about this. Like I go through my shirts and my Mason large doesn't fit me right now, so I may have to get a different size. I'm just going to wear that today, but the large isn't fitting right now. But I'm thinking, I can have TJ Watt, and I bought a TJ Watt literally. And Renee was wearing it the other day. It's like a small, or
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to get a bigger shirt. But then I was like, oh God, which one would I want to get signed? Aaron Rodgers or TJ Watt, right? So now it sounds like this is so cool. I'm going to have both of them.
Maybe.
I mean, this
Might be-
if
might be.
I got to be good till November 16th.
Yeah.
I might just send
That's
him up
gonna be
to
hard.
him now. Like I'm going to get his address, and if he
You should.
gets it,
You should
I'm going to send him
ship
up.
them right to him.
I'm going to ship him the shirts, and then if he comes through, because the barista that I have is very good, very nice, but we may buy a newer one to do coffee
Yeah.
and Keurig, so we might have to give him that one, which is a good gift. So
That's a great gift. I would give
What
him
did
that
you
for-
think? I mean, that was your first quarterback. We had a race car driver on here. What do you have some good questions about Monday and
Yeah.
how they did their week? I like that question about Thursday night and how they.
Yeah, I always wondered how that schedule works out. It seems like it is depending on the night, Thursday or Monday, it's very condensed, or it's like you're waiting until Monday. and then
Sounds
you
like you got 2 days basically to prepare
Yeah.
against another team. And
Yeah, the Monday night you got to turn around quickly though, for Sunday.
As a friend, I thought the most interesting was he said he was single and looking. So I mean, just
Oh yeah, well,
yeah. I mean, so if you have a
yeah. I mean that's if I were him, I don't know. I don't want to put Pittsburgh on blast, but you think Nashville probably had more prospects than Pittsburgh?
no, I don't. What's funny? I've known Mason. He's driven, but he literally watches films now. And I think it's hard to get out. I don't think he.
Yeah, that's your job. I mean, you got to do it, man.
I mean, I think when he comes to Charlotte or he goes to Miami, but I'm sure there's new, and I don't know if he's on them. You get on Rye or you get on some of these other sites, you can meet people. But I think he's so focused on his game.
I'm surprised you didn't take them this week. They're a 1.5 favorite over New England.
Well, I would. I just to be honest with you, I woke up and I saw that Jets, but I didn't know Fields. I just thought that was like they, I just think that it's like the Panthers. It might be an ugly game to get there, but I think if everybody takes the one side, but I didn't know Fields. It's probably not as good as pick now, but I made my bed and I'll probably sleep with it. But
Yeah.
I think next week we'll probably have Jason Kyle. Now, Jason played in the Super Bowl. He's my partner. I didn't know we can Zoom him in. We'll Zoom him in next week, but I think you'll really like him as well. But again, having your friend on there like Mason, who's a good guy, and his family. I mean, And I don't know, Michael or Brent, I'll ask you the same question. Have you ever ate with somebody's friends at Red Rocks? I met their grandfather and the dad and the son. Like, it's kind of weird because I'm good friends with Mace, but I'm kind of the dad age, right? But I thought it was cool to eat with the grandfather
Yeah,
and the
that's
son.
cool.
So how many times have you ever done that? Like,
Multi-generational.
yeah, like how many multi-generations have you, besides going to church?
I
and
mean,
seeing
just
them?
in my family. I mean, I've eaten
Yeah.
with my dad and my
Yeah,
son.
but I'm saying other people. So that's the first time, which means you care a lot. I mean, they all came up in a good
Yeah.
shape, and they all were like, I just thought it was a cool moment. When
Good
I got,
family unit. That is nice.
Yeah, and then, you know, the Mays are like that, and the Gibbs are like that. I mean, they're just good families. I mean, you know, and that's where Mason wanted to go down that road with politics, but, you know, I don't like to really go because I grew up Democrat, turned Republican a little bit, and, you know, there's always different sides.
I don't think it's just Mason that wants to talk about it. I mean, everyone in the whole
Yeah.
country is talking about
I
what's
know,
going
but
on.
what happened to Kirk? But remember, I grew up in the '60s. You know, when John F. Kennedy was my idol, not a hero. Like, I just liked him, and when he got shot, I just thought about the family.
Yeah,
And
of course.
Bobby Kennedy got shot in the head. I mean, he got shot in the damn head. They didn't have Instagram back there to show it to millions of people.
I think a lot of people are just trying to pull each other in and more of that unity that
Right.
they want to bring together and have that, I think,
Yeah.
carry forward more than anything. So maybe even, I think more so than the political side of it.
I think
Yeah.
people got to just put their phones down and just get off like social media as much and just everyone's in their little bubbles on social media or Reddit
You
or
wanna give me a hug today?
Discord.
Is that what you
No,
want?
I'm good. But I think that everyone just needs to live in the moment and stop being so tied into these like echo
I
chambers.
think it's just, but I think how you grew up is who you are in a lot of things, and you know, I just think your family values are really important in life, and we could do this on another segment, but it's
agree.
how you grew up, like your family. I can tell how we met, Brett. You come over the house, just little things you do are not inherited. It's something you know how to do, whether it's opening somebody's door or, you know, helping people out when they're in need or being good to your family. You know, that comes from that, but that's where I want to know how these kids get a wreck. But, you know those train wrecks. And I think when I mean, if I all of a sudden I told Renee, if I ever bring an AK-47 home to the house, I hope somebody would say something, right?
Yeah,
Or if
we would.
We all
right?
probably
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
Right, but I'm saying, so this kid
It's
or
a little-
whatever they do, where do you get the gun? Where is he hiding?
Well,
'Cause
we don't
my-
know any of that yet.
If
but
I
think we'll find out.
I live where my mom did, they'd know I'd have an AK-47 coming home, maybe, right? So they didn't know I had money in a flashlight, though. I did hide money in my flashlight a lot of cash in there. But
Your what?
I just want to know that, you know, what I'm saying. We could turn it into politics, but I think, you know,
Next episode.
I like our show with the county commissioners we had on and learning
Yeah.
about the community and Mason and.
I love to hear from
Brent's
everybody.
done a great job
Yeah.
of putting this together today. So we can get more people to FaceTime. And
We're
I
going
want
to start doing listener questions. We're going to start taking some phone calls.
yeah, can we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we could.
Yeah.
You call and ask
Yeah,
questions.
we're going to give everybody your cell phone number,
Yeah.
and they can just call in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terrell Evans would have been good to call in today. That would have been a good one.
Well, I think we're at our time here.
Great job.
That was a good episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. We appreciate you. Sorry if the internet was a little laggy today. We'll work on that.
Yep.
Until next week, enjoy your week. We'll see you next Tuesday on Table Talk.
Table Talk.
There it is.
Here we go.
Bye-bye.
Table Talk.
Ron, it's another fantastic evening at Red Rocks. I love coming to your restaurant. The friendly service, the atmosphere, this place has it all.
Well, we have something for everyone, Mike. We can have a steak, we have pasta, we have seafood, we have a kids menu. We have everything you need.
Well, thanks, Ron. Really appreciate you.
Red Rocks Cafe, newly renovated. Your complete dining experience.
Hey, Austin.
Hey guys, mind if I sit with you?
Absolutely.
What should I do with this?
Put it over there by my two.